just froze. Afraid of failure, afraid of rejection, afraid of success, and consequently several years later, I dissolved the very organization that I originally started with so much passion and vigor and optimism for the future. Ladies, fear is nothing to play with, right? Which is Hey sis, welcome to the Entrusted Women Podcast, a one-point podcast created to equip Christian women communicators of color. Now, every episode focuses on a single point to equip you in one of four areas: purpose, writing, speaking, and business. Along the way, I will share stories, lessons, tips, mistakes, and real-time experiences that I am learning on my journey as a Christian woman communicator of color. Now, let's dive into episode 42. Today's point is, if we are going to do anything meaningful, and I do mean anything, we must get comfortable doing it scared. Say what? Do it scared, girl. So, did you know that fear of failure is one of the number one reasons that people don't set goals? Or try new things? Now, we don't need data. Although the data exists, we can simply take a little bit of inventory and look at our own lives. How many goals, opportunities, or plans can we pinpoint that we have not acted on? Don't answer that. Since for me, it is more than I care to articulate, but I will for the sake of YouTube. I want to share one with you that I'm not too proud of. Years ago, before there was ever an Entrusted Women anything, I formed a nonprofit organization. It was called Envision Performing Arts. It's a good name. And the aim was to teach leadership skills to inner city kids. I created a manual for a summer camp, then I held the summer camp, all as a culminating project for my master's program. The summer camp was not perfect, but I would say it was a success, at least a little bit. I even invited some people to the final presentation that I wanted to become board members to this event. And the next step was simply to ask those people to become board members, to file for a 501c3 tax-exempt status and start having meetings and plan for the next year. Friends, I had a solid plan. But you know what? I became afraid. And not just any type of afraid. I was paralyzed with fear, meaning I did absolutely nothing after the summer camp final presentation. I made no phone calls, I sent no emails, I did no follow-up, and I never held another event. I just froze, afraid of failure, afraid of rejection, afraid of success, and consequently several years later, I dissolved the very organization that I originally started with so much passion and vigor and optimism for the future. Ladies, fear is nothing to play with, right? Which is why I have 4 suggestions on how to deal with it, because if we are going to do anything great, we will need to get comfortable doing it scared. So let's talk about a few tips for dealing with fear. Number 1, go public. I have found that publicly announcing on social media with my email list in a meeting that I am going to do XYZ, host an event, go live, commit to exercising and eating better, somehow holds me accountable because I want to keep my word and save face, right? It also helps me when said people that we went public with come back and say, I thought you said that you were going to do such and such, such and such. Which leads me to number 2. Get some accountability. Somebody somewhere needs to hold you accountable. Ladies, we need people in our inner circle that will hold our timid little feet to the fire when we want to back on out. When we are tempted to not keep our word and not do what we said we were going to do when we said we were going to do it. When fear is about to get the absolute best of us, we need another woman in our corner to say, no ma'am, I don't think so. I don't even think so. And can I get a personal for a minute? Who is like that in your inner circle? Anyone? If not, let me just suggest Entrusted Women University for you. We meet every month except December and July, because your girl needs a break, for accountability meetings. And this is an opportunity to celebrate one another's success, to ask for help, and to get some accountability. That's right, to get some accountability. Sometimes we need women we can lean on and depend on, especially if we are battling fear on our communicator journey. Which brings me to number 3. Remember your why. I imagine for many this includes God, family, and those for whom you serve. But we should just go a little bit deeper than just knowing our why. And then we need to ask ourselves exactly what is at stake if we allow fear to keep us paralyzed. What is at stake as it relates to our family, our assignment from God, the lives of the people that we are called to reach or impact with our unique God-given task. Y'all, I don't know about you, but I imagine it is a lot, because it's a lot for me. There is a lot at stake, and we need to get in the habit of reminding ourselves of this reality. And number 4, look back and celebrate growth. We all have something that we have already overcome. Congrats to you, sis. We have things that we have bounced back from. There are times where we did something or multiple things scared already. We need to remind ourselves of every hurdle faced and every obstacle that we have already overcome. This is our motivation to continue to take risks again and again. I'm so glad that I did not allow my first business failure, and it was massive, to prevent me from incorporating again. And can I just be honest for a minute? I've been a Christian communicator for some time, and quite honestly, I still get scared. I mean, scared. The reality is, fear is not going to go away, but we cannot feed it. We must feel the fear and do it anyway. So what about you? What do you need to do afraid? Do it afraid with your palms sweating, your underarms sweating, your heart racing, and your eye twitching. Do it in the face of people's opinions and their rejections and their naysaying. Do it afraid knowing you might fail. Do it afraid because not doing anything is just too costly, right? And if you are saying, I don't have anyone in my corner to talk me off the ledge when I'm scared, then you might be a great candidate for Entrusted Women University. This membership was designed to give you the strategies, the tools, the tips, the support that you need to make your writing and speaking a reality. Simply click the link in the description section below for additional details. I also want to invite you to join our Facebook group. I love the Facebook group. Join our community of women that are focused on determining the message that we have been entrusted with and the intentional purpose that God created us for. All you need to do is click the link in the description section below. And did I tell you it was free? Because it is, girl. And join me next week as we talk about 5 reasons to write your vision down. You don't want to miss